I am back out in the garage on a very cold Saturday. We just had a snow squall move through last night and it was windy and snowy and it was all hell. But back in the garage, if you watched the last video, this one's not going to be degree in cams. I'm actually set up to do that, and I might try to do that today yet if I got time. But what I decided to do today was something a little more relaxing. Things have been going a million miles an hour lately. I probably bitch about work more than I should, but work is busy, work is hard. It's a physical job, and we're backed up months. So I thought today would be a good day to work on something a little different. Not the usual bike up on the lift anymore. That's what's been sitting under the cover here. That's my friend's nitrous Busa. And just got done putting that all back together. Probably, it was about fall. We took it for its first little test rip after a rehab. That was major carnage on that one. That motor got wrecked bad. Just kind of a mild freshen up. Nothing super spectacular, but it's a really good running bike. And it's a nitrous bike. It's got a small little kit on it. It's got my own little nitrous kit I built for the airbox and stuff. It's pretty cool. But we have a bike show coming up not this weekend, next weekend. The World of Wheels show in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Both these bikes are going to be in that show, and we are going to be in the Great Lakes Dragaway booth area spot that's going to be marked out. So we need to get going on doing some cleaning. My bike is the Turbo 1000 here. It's pretty much ready to go. Little dusty, just kind of from sitting. I don't think there's anything I'm going to change before the show. There's some stuff I want to do before springtime yet. Like we still got, a motor to finish over there. We got some stuff to finish on this as far as just real minor fab work. Just some stuff I want to change and clean up. The Busa is pretty much ready to go. There's a few things I want to change on that, but again, it's super minor, insignificant stuff. It's detail stuff that people don't even see. I just like cleaning up, rerouting, tying off, just making it look good. But there's one thing I got to do on this bike quick. I'll show you what happened on our first little test ride we took to do a little motor break-in. So as you can see, she's up on a stand and got the front wheel in the air. What happened was, the way my bike is situated, you see there's a bunch of paint worn off the rim. What happened was on the first ride, I had the headlight unplugged when I was testing everything, so the headlight wasn't on, just kind of killing the battery. And what happened was it fell down on the ride, and it was just banging against the wheel lip the whole time. And I was in front of her and didn't catch that. And we stopped, checked things over, and I noticed paint was missing off the wheel lip. So what I'm going to do is get this wheel off. We're going to scuff that all up, and we're going to respray it. I don't do powder coat, and I don't do anodizing. I don't do chrome. As much as these bikes get ridden and abused, we do in this garage black spray paint. Easiest stuff to touch up, easiest stuff to redo. These bikes are raced, ridden, and beaten the shit out of them. So I'm not going to deal with scratching. I don't even know what it costs to powder coat stuff because I don't look into it. I think it's mostly a waste of money for race stuff. So we're going to spray paint this thing and get her back to looking decent. The first thing I should probably point out is I'm always down for sharing little tricks. Get yourself one of these little scissor lifts. I got this one off eBay. It was like $45. Just works awesome for being able to get bikes up in the air. You see I got the back on a stand and it's strapped down so it can't pick up the swing arm, just so it doesn't tip forward. But yeah, super helpful when working on these things. And likewise, if I want to get the back end in the air for some reason, I can jack it up pretty much from the same point, and we'll just tie down the front like if it was tied down in a trailer. We can tie her down to the stand here, and we get the back end in the air if we don't want to use the swing arm stand. One thing I did do on this is a Voodoo Sidewinder, and the way the pipe came down here, and it was basically, I don't get why they do this, blowing straight at her foot. It was actually burning her boots. So what I did was shorten it up a little bit and weld the stainless 45 on there, and then we just taped off a little bit of the polished stainless end for a little character. I thought it turned out pretty good. But now that won't be blowing right at her foot, giving her a hot foot all the way down the track and melting expensive boots. Got the wheel off, but I just ran out of heat and I don't have any paint. I thought I had a can, but what I'm gonna do is take that, put it in the house, let it warm up. Garage isn't exactly warm enough to paint, but I happen to have a basement that I can paint in. So we're gonna get that rotor and everything off there. Go get paint and go get some propane for heat, and then we'll get back at it. So I got this wheel all cleaned up, kind of scuffed out the nicks and sanded her down, got it ready to go. And I also noticed when I was kind of just playing around with the bearings, it felt kind of notchy and not smooth. So I knocked the bearings out. And if you're not aware, sealed bearings aren't really 100% sealed. You can just knock the seals out of these things, just pop them out. And then this is something I do every once in a while anyways. You can clean wheel bearings. Short of being overheated and actually smoked, they'll be discolored. These are pretty much rebuildable. This thing was the one that was spinning, felt like it just had a piece of crap that got into it. And all you do is some penetrating oil will absolutely break the oil, or not oil. Penetrating oil will break down the grease in there unbelievably fast. Way faster than parts cleaner, carb cleaner, all that crap. So I'll spray them and soak them in that right here. And then I'll just use that to kind of more or less blow them off as like a little air compressor in a can. Even though I got an air compressor right there I was using. Yeah, you can clean bearings and just re-grease them. She spins nice and free. No crap in there anymore. We'll get that one cleaned out, and then these will go back in after the wheel's all painted up. Just a little trick from the garage of I don't waste $1 on anything. I'm not from Illinois. I can fix things. I reckon that'll do just fine. So while the wheel is inside drying, I'm going to go ahead and re-grease these bearings. Get a little lube in there with my special blend of super secret wheel grease. My super secret wheel bearing grease I'm going to use. And then we're going to go ahead and put I use carbon fiber air bottle for nitrous. So that bottle is going to go back on the swing arm bracket. We got to change that bracket out because that's a different diameter. And, you know, it's going to be in a show, so we might as well put the carbon fiber bottle back in it. Yes, it does have nitrous on it. It does actually get used. But just going to have the bottle in it so it looks complete. And we'll be going on that. carbon bottle is in, switched out the bottle bracket, and now we will get going on getting the front wheel back on here. Should be just about dry, so we'll go inside and check on that. Got the wheel back out in the garage, got everything untaped. Time to put the rotors and bearings and everything back together and get it back on the bike and get the front of this thing wrapped up. I got the, while the paint was drying, well, that was in the basement warm and dry, I managed to take and kind of detail up the rest of the thing, and this thing's shining up pretty good. That paint is really holding up nice. I think it's ready to go back on. I'm really happy with how that turned out. So now it's time to button it up. I'd say not too shabby. For a partial day's work, that turned out pretty darn good. Just goes to show that not everything's got to be, super fancy expensive. That was a $3 can of black enamel. Freshened her up. Looks mint. Back already looks good. So I'm gonna wrap it up for the day. Been a pretty fun day on the garage, doing just piddly stuff. I mean, realistically, like repainting a front wheel and just cleaning the bikes. Not really hard work, not really a lot of, content worthy stuff going on in this one, but it was just kind of fun to have a Saturday where I didn't have anything major I had to do. No big projects, no getting my brain wrapped around something. I got to hang out in the garage for a little bit, do some cleaning. I got to go make a pretty decent lunch while the paint was drying in the house, or paint was drying on the wheel inside the house. And when it's all said and done, bike goes back together, and it looks really good. And it's that one little project, that little satisfying feeling of that turned out all right. And then even just getting the bottle bracket switched out finally to where she's got the carbon fiber bottle on there now. So just getting that done. That was something I wanted to switch over at the end of last year, and never got around to it. We finally sold off the old nitrous bottles. We're going to run the carbon fiber ones now. But yeah, so if you're not doing nothing in Milwaukee next weekend, World of Wheels, come on out. If you see me walking around, I'll probably wear my stupid Top Gun hat or something similar. And yeah, I won't even shave so you can recognize me. But yeah, stop by. We'll be at the Great Lakes Dragaway display. Come shoot the shit. I'll talk to you about whatever you want to talk about. You can talk politics and religion if you want. Just kidding. Don't do that. So we'll see you in the next video, or I'll see you next weekend.